What's up, Unlimited Lifer? Coach Corey here. Together we'll do better. And today is day 25 of the 30-day live challenge. Super stoked again to be here, right? Because this is our promo week. This is our 5-day boot camp, our 5-day challenge. And over the last few days, I've been kind of sharing with you guys what it kind of takes to start running a successful online business, right? So first of all, organic marketing, that's the free way of marketing, right? That's you putting in the work, going out there, building your friends list, all that kind of stuff, building your different followers on different social media. Right, and then we went into like the tools that you need, so like autoresponders and funnel builders and all that kind of stuff. And then yesterday I touched on something that was super important, which is actually getting a team around you, right? A team to help take care of the stuff that you don't necessarily need to focus on, right? Because ultimately, when it comes to running an online business, if you're the person that's willing to be here and be on camera, to be in front of the camera, then you need a team that's behind the camera that's supporting you, right? And trust me, I know from firsthand, like I tried doing this before on my own, trying to do everything on my own, and you just never get enough traction to really get that train moving down the tracks, right? So here at Unlimited Life Academy, I talk about your business being a train, and Unlimited Life Academy is just kind of the tracks for your train to take you where you want to go, right? So with that being said, I wanted to introduce you guys to the people that are on my team, right? And these are my teammates right now. I hope I'll be adding more in the future. But so far, I got Will Bernard. He is my right-hand man. He's like my best buddy. We talk like every single day, right? And he's into a lot of development kind of stuff. So he does a lot of Chrome extensions and stuff like that, which is super cool. And then I also have Kalen Dean, and he is another, he's more of an automations kind of guy, right? So Will is great at like kind of getting all the tools and stuff developed, and then Callan's the one that kind of makes them all work together, which is awesome. And then finally I have John Webster. So you guys know John Webster. If you're in this group, you should probably see him around. But he helps people become published authors, right? So what I'm trying to do here at Unlimited Life Academy is I'm trying to build a team around me to help people get to where they want to go. Whether that's being a speaker, an author, a coach, affiliate marketer, whatever that might be. And as people come through this challenge, as I'm watching them do their videos, that's getting me to know, like, and trust them and to see if they really know what they're talking about, right? And then ultimately reaching out to them and seeing if they want to be a part of the team. So with John Webster, he's going to be our author coach. So if people are coming into this challenge and they want to become an author, he's the guy that I'm going to be sending everybody to, right? So it's a really great relationship because, again, I'm just trying to get anybody that wants to go through personal development and entrepreneurship. Like, that's what Unlimited Life Academy is all about. And I can kind of set them up on the path. So the way I look at it is, as an entrepreneur, you are building your own train. And I compare this to a steam engine, right? So it's kind of like a steam engine. If you don't know how a steam engine works, basically the way it works is, the front of the locomotive, that big long tube, is actually full of water. Like, a lot of people don't know that, but it's actually full of water. And what happens is when they're shoveling the coal in the train, right, the heat from the fire boils the water, and the boiled water releases the steam. The steam goes down a little chute, and it pushes a piston, which ultimately turns the wheels to get the train moving down the tracks, right? So what I see a lot of times is when entrepreneurs start their online journey, right? They start this business. And trust me, it's a curse of most entrepreneurs, if not all, shiny object syndrome, right? So what happens is they see this shiny object and they jump on board, right? They're like, this is my train, it's going to take me to the moon or whatever. Maybe not the moon, but down the tracks. But what happens is they get in there, they start shoveling coal, they realize that it's super hot and it's sweaty and it's dirty and it sucks, right? Like, it sucks putting in all this energy and effort up front. And then what happens is, right when they get to the point where the train's about to start moving down the tracks, when all that pressure builds up inside the train, what happens is that first little kick actually just slips. The wheels just slip, right? So there's so much pressure that's built up because you put in so much time and energy in there that the first initial move of the wheels of the train is that they just slip, right? You don't actually go anywhere. And it's at that moment that most entrepreneurs make the biggest mistake of their entrepreneurial journey, right? They get off the train. And the reason is they see another train, shiny object syndrome. They see another train and they're like, oh, that's the train that I want to get on, right? And then they don't realize that they're going to have to do all that same amount of work. And chances are the same thing is going to happen again, right? They're going to put in all the work. And right when that train starts to move, it actually slips. And they're like, man, I'm not going anywhere. I'm doing all this work. I'm not getting anywhere. There's another train, right? And then they jump off and they go get another train. And then they're never successful because they never actually get the train moving down the tracks. Now, if you actually stick with it, if you push through, right? If you just wait just a little bit longer, those wheels are going to stop slipping, right? And you're going to start gripping, and you're going to start moving that train down the tracks. It's not going to be full speed, it's going to be slowly inching down the way. But over time, when you're serious about this and you're really building up your online business, right? Next thing you know, you start gaining momentum, gaining more momentum, gaining more momentum. And the faster you go, the more momentum you get, right? You're moving this huge locomotive down the tracks. The faster you go, the less energy you actually have to put into it, right? So once you got the systems all set up and running, once you got all the emails and the funnels built and your marketing and your ads and all that kind of stuff, once you get all that stuff built out, you don't have to put so much energy into it anymore, just like the train, right? So once you got that fire hot enough, you can stop shoving coal for a little bit. Now, every once in a while, yes, you have to go back there and shove some more coal on the fire to keep that fire up and roaring, make sure that the steam's, getting the train down the tracks. But ultimately, after a little course of time, your train is going full steam ahead, right? Literally, that's why I call it full steam ahead, right? It's full steam, and the train is going down the tracks, full steam ahead, and at that point, it's almost impossible to stop, right? Like, you can't stop a train on a dime. That's all there is to it. Even if the conductor locked up the brakes, that train is still going to go for hundreds of yards probably, right? Because it's a big old locomotive, it's going full speed, and it won't stop on a dime. So that's the beautiful thing of setting up an online business, is that once you get it going, once you get up to full speed, you can kind of, take a step back. You don't have to worry about it as much. You're only putting in a few hours a week instead of hours and hours and hours. And that is the beauty of doing that, right? So with that being said, having a team to help you along is a beautiful thing. And that's what the Unlimited Life Academy is all about. So I'm going to keep using that analogy of the train, because again, it's your train, right? But Unlimited Life Academy, I'm going to lay down the tracks for you to go wherever it is that you want to go. So whether you're a speaker, an author, a coach, an affiliate marketer, whatever else, personal trainer, whatever else that you might want to be, I want to make sure that I'm finding the right experts to help you get there, right? And then ultimately, I'm hoping that you're going to be one of my experts, because you are going to be an unlimited lifer by the time you're done with this 30-day challenge, right? And I want to make sure that I support you guys on your journey along the way. I want to make sure I lay down those tracks for you so that I can get you to where you want to go. And then once you're there, I just hope that you come back and help some more people get there, right? So it's a beautiful thing, but it's vital that you guys have a team behind you, right? Because there's a lot that goes into it. So make sure you guys come back tomorrow for day, I think 25 or 26, I forget now. And we'll keep going along on these tracks, right? Because ultimately, I want to make sure that you guys are getting down the tracks. So until then, we will see ya.